My name is Potri Nor. I'm from the 15th Pagawidan Pat Pangampong Coronao from the Royal House of Burukut Maging. I am from the the house of the Patin clan. So I created Kunding Sindao in 1992 New York. I'm an immigrant nurse. The reason I created this group is because I'm afraid that my children will be lost. They will lose in the process of growing here the tradition that I grew up with. That is very important. So Kinding means dance or movement. Sindao means to light. So it's using dance to shed light to the real story of the Philippines, real history of the Philippines, and also bringing out the value of the vessel of that history from ancient times, is the legends, epics, and myths, and using ritual dances and court dances, preserving it from the wardrobe to jewelry to hair and all the nuances. And I welcome the world to join, so everyone will be able to retrace the indigenous path within them. So we have a lot of indigenous people, Maranao, Maguindanao, Moro people within the group. And we also, if you have funding, we bring people here to help each other and also to inspire people back home. Because you see, this kind of art back home was marginalized since colonization, and the neo-colonial mind of the people was been looking down on indigenous people for longest time. And it is still going on right now by the fact that we are being militarized. And also bringing up the value of preserving the indigenous mind, because this is where you're going to be able to trace your path in history, especially our history is full of colonization. And this is the only part in the Philippines that was not colonized by the Spaniards for 400 years. That means the Philippine government is supposed to preserve this area, these people, this heritage, because it's a living tradition for the Filipinos to come back and see and tell to the world proudly that our civilization goes back from 4th to 10th century, not what the Spaniards said or the Americans said. So that's the story. Meanwhile, I believe that resistance, standing against all these absurds of control of the colonial power, neo-colonial power, the fascist regime. I believe in love as a weapon, and love translated into art. And my tribe was, the 15th Pagawidan is assigned to be artists, or we are the pillar of the four Emirates of Lanao to become the people who memorize events through chant. So there are politicians who just started to divide and rule our area. Of course, that is by the fact that it's giving way to the multinational companies. So what else? It's imperialism. Our land now is taken over by Goodyear and Firestone rubber tree plantation, Chiquita banana, Cavendish, all these United Fruits, Dole pineapple, and Del Monte pineapple. And I believe that through the art that I have learned from my ancestors, I'm able to tell the truth of what happened to us and to continue inspiring the generations, people back home, to hold on to whatever tradition they can remember. Learn the correct version, and not only dance, but looking at dance and music and art as a heritage, not as an entertainment, but it's a precious wealth that we could ever have as a people, as a wealth that we have to take care of. Otherwise, what kind of life we live here? We'll be lost.